Hello friends, Joe from Joe K Models here. So I'm going to start working on the camouflage pattern. I've already got my paint mixed up and I traced the pattern on the plane with a regular mechanical pencil. I thought about masking it with silly putty, I thought about masking it with tape, but you know what, I've never tried doing this by freehand, so I figured why not give it a shot now. So I start off here a little bit timidly, just putting on some very light coats there just to make sure that everything was looking okay and I was staying in the lines. And as I progressed through this, I started to get more confident, and you know, it's really not as difficult as it may appear to be, at least from my experience. So that's how I went about this. I think it might be a good idea if you're doing this for your first time to maybe practice on a piece of paper towel, you know, just to make sure that the paint is thinned enough and that everything's flowing through well. I certainly practiced a little bit before I did this to the actual subject matter, so just a quick recommendation. In the end, I was really happy with the way that this turned out, especially it being my first time doing this by freehand, so no complaints there. And then I just sealed everything in with my gloss coat, just to seal in all of my work. And then it was on to some of those pesky decals, the stencils. So here I am putting those on, and then just using some microsol to get those on. Some of these are really small, so I use an old airbrush needle to move some of these around. You do have to be careful with that not to chip into the paint, but I do like those for these stencils. And here's a look at the airplane with all of those put on finally. Not too bad. And now it's on to those regular decals. So for these I use some warm water. The warm water helps these come off a little bit better and faster. And I'll just use some micro set and micro sol to get those into place and then seal those in. And I'll just use a cotton bud here to get all of that water out, and then micro sol to get everything to conform nicely to the surface. And then I'll just rinse and repeat this process until I'm happy with the way that it looks. And that's all the time we have for today. This is Joe from Joe K Models. Thank you so much for watching.